know many of you were convinced that last night about 6 o'clock local time the world was going to come to an end. Just because it hasn't doesn't mean that it's not nearby. Because my appearing today at Yale University is surely one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. But listen, today is your day. Please do not turn off your electronic devices. Leave your iPhones, your iPads, your sidekicks, your droids, your Blackberries powered up, recording, photographing, texting out all that emerges from this stage over the next few minutes. By the way, I'm sporting the hat. It ain't coming off. You know, later on today, you can compare your tweets and your Facebook comments with those of others to figure out if anything memorable went down. Hey, you know what? Tweet that last sentence I just said. It'll give you something to do. Give you something to do and let your friends know where you are today. Okay, take this speech and set it to music and maybe insert some crazy kooky graphics. Star in that video yourself, post it on the web, and if it becomes a viral sensation, you'll be equal to any cat playing with a paper bag. Any set of twin toddlers talking gibberish to each other. As popular as that cute girl that sings about Fridays. Hey, you could be the next Sam Sui. Such are just one of the possibilities in our brave new world, the world you now inherit, whether you like it or not. The jig is up. The clock has run out, and the future with a capital F now rests with all of you in your goofy hats. And all because you went to Yale. You are now the anointed, the charge holders, the best and the brightest. Each of you a shining hope for our nation and the world. You are the new wizards who can finally make sense of all the delta vectors and square roots and divided bys in the theorem that we call the human race. The generations before you came of age took on the job. Now it's your turn. Welcome. You know, I once had a friend who had a rich uncle who promised to pay for his college as long as my friend wished to stay in school. You should stay in school as long as you can, the rich uncle said, because when you get out of college, you got to work every day for the rest of your life. And you all will come to understand what that rich uncle meant, just as surely as you will someday wonder where the hell you put your reading glasses and to yell at your own kids to turn the damn music down. On spring days like today, it's traditional for us to ponder the state of the world and implore you all to help make it a better place, which implies that things are somehow worse today than when we up here were where you are sitting right now. I'm not so sure the planet Earth is in worse shape than it was 30, no, 18, no, 4 years ago. But that's not to say it's in better shape either. Refraining from waxing nostalgic and comparing our then to your now and avoiding any talk of you kids these days with your rap and your hip-hopping and your Snoopy Dogg daddies with the Diddy Pops. With your 50 cents and your quarter cents. A sober look shows that just as the world has gotten to be a better place after all, it has also grown a bit worse at the exact same rate. A one step up, one step back sort of cosmic balance between forward progress and cultural retreat that puts mankind on a bell curve of existence, that shows a small segment enjoy ease and comfort while an equal proportion struggle on with little hope in the fortunes of the remainder, either on a rise or on the wane in this confounding tide of so many damn things that we grow oblivious to the shifts in the quality of our lives. Graduation day is a proper occasion to put a toe in the global waters, and I think the mercury shows that things are much as they always have been. 10 years ago, we busied ourselves with trivial stuff imbued with importance, and then came 9/11. In 1991, riches were created in new businesses that had never existed. Then that economic balloon burst. In 81, I had a great job on TV. And in 82, Bosom Buddies was canceled. In 71, color TV in more living rooms than ever showed young Americans still fighting in combat in Vietnam, and in 61, satellites beamed live images around the world for the very first time, but those images were of the building of the Berlin Wall. Now this 10-year grid shows the same yin-yang thing, and I'm trying to copyright that. Yin-yang thing. Copyright Tom Hanks. It shows the same yin-yang thing, thank you, on graduation day 2011. You know, we all have these devices that can make a permanent record of revolutionary change on the other side of the globe, as well as hate-filled diatribes from across town. Fewer and fewer in our country go to bed hungry, but did you see how obesity now affects about half our population? No matter how many bargains we find at the local U-Mart, many of us still struggle to pay the rent and the utilities. Our country is no longer at physical or even ideological war with our enemies for most of the last century, but in the 11 and a half years of the third millennium, our armed forces have been fighting on the field for 9 of them. Purchasing intellectual property and the work of artists we admire is as simple as clicking a mouse and paying less than a few bucks, which means you may find that there is no guarantee in making a living at your chosen discipline. Now, some advantages, particularly to this age, are not to be denied. Boredom seems to have been vanquished. There is always something to do. But hasn't this translated into a perpetual distraction in our lives? In the bathroom, at the dinner table, in the back seat, at a wedding, at a bris, at a graduation day. There's always something to check, something to tweet, something to watch, something to download, something to play, something to share, something to buy, something on our voicemail, something to yank at our attention span, and it's all in the palm of our hand for a small monthly service fee. That same technology has allowed for a surplus of celebrities, and that is nothing to cheer about. Anyone, although that Sam Suey, he rocks.